Hi y'all, it's Carrie from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Texas Realty, and I'm on the Perry Henderson team. My apologies for being a minute or two behind. I appreciate you waiting. And with me I have Miss Emily. Miss Emily Welling. She is the wonderful colleague of mine that is hosting this gorgeous property up here. It's her job to market it at 2216
Quarry Loop in Leander in the Fairways at Crystal Falls.
It's in a great gated community, y'all. I wanted to start out outside because it's on nearly 1/4 of an acre. It's amazing. So if you don't mind, I've got a guest today, so I'm going to let her do all the walking around with the camera, and I'll walk you through it and probably work with her to talk a little bit as we go. So we'll see you on the other side in 2 seconds. As soon as I can see what's going on to flip it. There we go. All right. So we're going to start. You want to take the reins?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to start out with showing you everything that's going on here. Look at how big and expansive this property is. It just goes on for days. We have plenty of space, and the houses around it are just beautiful. They're selling really quickly up here, and I think the reason being is something like this downtown would run you about $2 million. So for starters, you'd never get a 3-car garage, much less a custom home. This is a custom home. There's one going in right next door that's already off the market that's also custom. These aren't those cookie cutters you see everywhere. They're just beautiful and expansive and just easy to live in. And look how quiet it is. So with that, let's wander inside and take a peek around. The homeowners have amazing taste. I have to give them credit for that. I didn't have much, as you know, I do the design all the time and didn't have much to say. So it's really, really well done. We just got a delivery while we were here, so you'll see that there's great delivery service. Even during COVID, you can get that. Beautiful stucco and limestone combination. We're going to squeeze by that right now, and we'll go in. We do remove our shoes in this particular property. She's got gorgeous tile, but she's got impeccable taste as well. So from here, we're going to start out. We'll take a quick look around just so you can get a feel for it. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask me. That's always a priority. Just say it. Emily will either answer you or I'll answer you. But get interactive because I really want to hear what your thoughts are on this house and let me know what you think. We're going to start off. It's a 4.4. It's on the market for $612,500.
Yes.
Which is well within exactly where the averages are here. But the homes that are truly for sale in this area, there's only like 3 of them, and the most recent one I think was built in 11. So just for comps, there's not a lot that people are looking at that's really like this beautiful home. So if Miss Emily wants to come in and peek, this is a great little girl's room. Look at the size of the closet they put in a little girl's room. How cool is that?
I wish I had that when I was growing up.
Right? I would have been dying for that. So again, notice the huge high ceilings. They've done that throughout the entire home, and we'll see that as we go through. There is, right next to it, beautiful full bath. Now what the owner did when she did this is she took the time out to really make sure that she picked quality pieces. So if you look, she's taken these gorgeous mirrors and she's matched them, if you come back over into this entryway, into the wood beams that run as accents in a few different areas throughout the house. She's taken that black granite and filled it throughout the house. Her cabinetry, her hardware, she's filled that throughout the house. So she's kept that continuity as we walk through. It makes it really comfortable. It's really a wonderful place to stay and enjoy and spend some time. And you come in and it just, So as we'll go upstairs a little bit, but I'm going to point out real quick how we go from this beautiful tile, we go into some hardwoods and then transition up into a carpet. Isn't that cool, y'all? I'd love to know your opinions because I don't see that very often, but it's just so much classier. You don't have that carpet coming all the way down all of a sudden. And I mean, it's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with carpet. It keeps it nice and quiet, but I love the transition. I would think you might too. Look at the size of this office behind these double doors. Enormous. She's got that beautiful new French gray on the walls, the white accents on the trim. She pulled in the 4-inch oversized baseboards and didn't crown it, which I like. That's what gives it this modern, updated appeal and flair. I'm going to point out the window treatments when we get back to them too. She's, again, just touches of these beams here and there that add just a wonderful feel to it. But on top of it, these window treatments, you would normally look at them and think they might be silhouettes, which you've heard me talk about before. These are actually banded shades. So you do get that see-through feel, that vision that you want, and the light, and it keeps it really, really nice. But then a simple pull, and it goes opaque on you, and you have full privacy. And that's not an inexpensive window treatment, just so you know. I know Hunter does this well. I carried it at my studio, and that's not an inexpensive treatment. And she's done them throughout the whole house. So very, very classy what she's done. I love this little ode to farmhouse. It's just a hint, but she's kept the square design so that it accents the contemporary feel of the entire house. And let's go into the great room, because this is where it comes to life. How cool is this? Just palatial, open, airy, but still inviting and warm. It's so easy to be here. There's tons of space. She's got the breakfast bar that could easily sit 5, but she's kept it open to really accent that she's still continuing to bring that wood around in a houndstooth pattern.
The herring, love it, yeah.
Is that cool? I love it. I absolutely love it. And is that your favorite part of the house? You can't say it's not, Miss Emily.
I love it. That one, it's in the niche right there as well.
She brought it all around. And we can always get in a situation where you match too much. She didn't do that. She just did a hint here and there and hint here and there. And she pulled the beams down and did it as your accent across the fireplace. She just really was gentle, but particular about where she put everything so that it really made a statement. So she, again, bringing that black granite around. I want to talk about the kitchen. You know I love kitchens because I love to cook. That's the old San Francisco in me. And I'm going to brag up on Miss Emily. She's San Jose. So we got California.
It's California, West Coast.
You all can scream right now, I'm sure. So this kitchen's awesome for entertaining. It's just a perfect spot for family and friends to gather. Because you can be in here entertaining, making dinner, whatever you want, and just really kind of chill. And you've got your whole family over here in your more formal living area. And then you've got your accent dining. It's big enough. She's got a six top in there. But it's more than big enough to do 8 if we kill the sideboard or move the sideboard around. So there's plenty of room with that. You don't have to scrimp to have a big meal. Now this house is, what, 3371 square feet?
Yes.
On a 4-4, so it's huge. You have plenty of room to do anything. But I want to point out the 5-burner gas. You know I love gas. She also brought that wood around here. And she took and complemented the backsplash with not only the metal to make it more contemporary and brought it up to date, but she also added a touch of just a hint of taupe so that it played off all those colors and brought them together naturally. She did a lot of built-in cupboard work so that it's easy to store. She's got them in a few different locations that makes it easy, hands-on. Y'all know how hard it is to fit everything in a kitchen. Yep. Right?
Yep.
So this is one of my favorite features. I had a double oven in San Francisco, and then I had an additional microwave that was a convection oven. And it took up a ton of my kitchen space. This, they took the time, this is a double oven, but this is an oven microwave combined. And she actually made dinner in this, right?
Yes, Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah,
so I was able using both.
Yeah, so she really isn't relying on this as a microwave. It really is something kind of fabulous that you don't see all the time. And I think is really a nice touch. That's what she's done all over the place in this house. So let's go check out the master. What do you think?
Let's go.
Miss Emily, what's been your favorite part of this house?
So I love the open concept kitchen living area. I just love that, and the beams, the exposed beams are just beautiful.
I completely agree. And again, I want to point out, it's just a hint here and there, and it's such high ceilings. It's not impeding. It's just, it's like the jewelry on the little black dress. It's just a great touch. Now she downsized in here. She doesn't like big palatial beds. There's a rule about that husbands and wives should always have to be in a queen because they have to cuddle. But and my friend believes that you'll never have a divorce if you have a queen-size bed. So that's what his belief system is. But this room's plenty big enough to have a king, Valley King. You can do any number of things. You could do full-size end tables on either one. You've got more than enough room in here. This is a good 8x10 already on the floor, and she has it laid out great. I love the fact she has it set up the right way. So you have more than enough room. You've got a full-size 6 dresser here. You still have room for a high boy. over on this wall. I mean, you've got plenty of storage. But let me take you in and show you the master. I love what she did with just subtle accents of tile. Again, no builder's grade anywhere in this house. All upgraded. The stand-up shower, but look at the hex penny tiles. Aren't those cool? I mean, those are one of a kind. You're not seeing that in every house out there. She took the time to do something interesting, and then she again brought it down and wrapped with the base of the shower. It made it interesting. You've got the split sink, so you really can put the his on one side and the hers on the other. Isn't that nice? Do you share one at home with yours?
I do, and I always end up, going over to his side with all my stuff. So.
Right? Mine is the opposite. So right now, because he'll put everything he runs out of on my side as a reminder when I go to the store.
Yeah.
So, but I have the double sided, the double counter. It drives me crazy. He's sitting, well, he can't watch right now, so he can't give us too much trouble. But I have we have the separate water closet, and then not a palatial closet, but look how they have it laid out. You still have a ton more room. You could do a whole nother level up and above this. I mean, there's 2 more rows that you could get up there easily.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've got plenty of space to make this a his and hers that goes on for days. And look how well they're using it right now. And there's still plenty of room. Awesome. Again, this house was only built in 2018, so it's brand new, right?
Yes,
That's correct. And they've got, 3 kids you said?
3 daughters.
3 little girls and 4 dogs?
4 dogs, yes.
And then themselves. And
yes.
they managed to just absolutely live in here with no problem.
And it looks like this every time I've been here.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Super mom right there is what that is.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to sneak out to the backyard real quick, and then we're going to go back to touring the windows, touring the rooms, just because we're so close. I like the features that she's put some upgraded features also in the handles and the hardware that she's using throughout the house. This is little details that people don't notice. Like when you go to a hotel, you notice if the bed's not made, but you never notice if it is.
Yeah.
So those little details that make all the difference that she really paid attention to. So the backyard look, you have a fireplace. It's a gas fireplace. How fabulous would it be if it's pouring rain and there's a thunderstorm like they know how to throw in Texas, right?
Yeah,
Tell me.
right.
I'm going to get out of your way. They know how to pitch a storm down here, y'all. For all my Californians, you haven't been in a storm if you haven't been to Texas. She brought that beam out and made it just pop. It just gave it a warmth and a comfort out here, just as she has throughout the whole house. The backyard, you've got plenty of room out here. I don't know if the HOA would let you get away with it, but you may be able to put in a little lap pool or at least a hot tub if you wanted to do that. We'd have to look at easements and all that, but there's plenty of room. I mean, look at all the space you've got. This is a high-end fence, and if you notice, I don't know if you can see it, if you expand just a hair, there's these little white spots. I don't know if you can see
right
them.
there.
There's one right there that will, there's solar power lights, so the whole backyard is backlit during the evening. Now where you see all those gorgeous wildflowers sitting back there, that is a lot, but it's privately owned at this point. And so they are not intending to build on it, correct?
Yeah, and if they did, it would just be on this left side here where you would still have this view to the right over there.
To look out over all that valley that's in front of us. How pretty is that? You won't have obstructed views. And I love how it's set back. If you look over to the house next to us, to the right, it's nearly, it nearly disappears. And I mean, that's their immediate neighbor. They really did a beautiful job setting this lot to make sure they took the most advantage of it. The one here, they've done the same. On the left, they've set it back so you don't have privacy unless you want to be out in the yard and really enjoy getting to know your neighbors. Really well done. Again, this is what, 0.36 of an acre?
0.36.
Almost a quarter of an acre.
Yeah.
Or almost a third of an acre.
Vivian was asking how large it was.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hi, Vivian.
Yeah, hi Viv. And Morgan says you need your own show on HGTV. She does. Morgan.
Morgan, I love you so much. Hi, sweetie. Okay, so let's keep on going through And we're going to keep bragging on this house because it just keeps going. We still have a full upstairs to go, plus we have another bedroom right back here. I don't know if you're noticing how quiet it is, but the washer and dryer is running right now. And it's just on the other side of this wall, so just heads up. I'm going to sneak in quick.
To the pantry.
I got to brag on this pantry.
Yeah.
I have a house right now, as y'all know, I'm in a loft. If I want to put something in my house, I have to throw something away. So I'm really envious of hers. Do you have a kitchen with a nice pantry?
Not as nice as that, or
Right?
as roomy or as organized. I wish it was that organized.
Right, there you go. So great side by side with a bottom load freezer. I love this separate coffee bar, wine bar, soda bar, whatever you want to do with it, you can have some fun with it. But she's brought this custom cabinetry. I gotta just keep going back to that because it goes through the entire house. You don't see that because usually as you now start snaking back, this is where builders and stuff start to save more money because they're out of the main line, so they can kind of cut costs, and that'll keep the cost of a house down. She didn't do that. This is fabulous. Look at this great little room. How cute is this? Again, with the banded shades. Look at the unicorn. You have to do a close-up on the unicorn.
Cute.
Come
Let
on.
me get a profile of that unicorn.
This would definitely be a house of porn. That's pretty fabulous. I'm stealing that from my friend Emily. So again, she's repeating this bathroom. It's an ensuite bath in one of the little girls' room. I don't know if you also noticed there's a low-flow toilet. So you can choose which particular flushing mechanism you want so that you can preserve water. That's a nice upgrade that you don't always see in every house as a detail. That's definitely an upgraded feature. Back here, she put walk-ins in every closet. What 7-year-old has a closet that big? Do yours?
Yeah, no.
No. They'd be like, Mom.
Yeah. No, they're gonna say Mom if they,
Right,
they're
when they
watching
see
this. Yeah.
They're like, Mom. So down the hall, again, if I shut this door, I'm going to shut this door on you for 2 seconds,
Sure.
and I want you to listen just quietly.
Let's all listen.
Nothing. The reason I did that is because when you come out here, look how close that washer and dryer is that's running right now. Didn't hear a thing. So you're not going to wake up the littles to be able to do laundry at 9 o'clock at night. But look at this laundry room. Oh my God, I've never had a laundry room this big in my life. We actually have a house on the market right now downtown for $1,399 that has a good laundry room.
I've seen it.
And it doesn't match this. I think this one actually beats it. That's an amazing house. I love it. But I think this laundry room might actually,
And it's almost like a butler's pantry as well,
Right.
with her storage,
Right.
Her baked goods and
Isn't
everything
that so
else.
cool?
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
love it.
You can make a wet bar area as well if
Oh
you
my
wanted
God, yeah.
to.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love that they did a little mudroom on the entryway. We know how popular those are in Texas, especially because we go run around the dirt here. And look at the size of this 3-car garage. Now, a lot of people might use this for their golf cart because this actually sits in the gated community of Fairway at Crystal Falls up here in Leander. And so I'm guessing you can just run around the corner to the...
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Really easy. So they converted it to a gym. As you see, there's plenty of room. And there's still plenty of room. Honey, I think your truck would fit in here. My husband has a giant dually that doesn't fit anywhere, and I think it would actually fit in here.
And that's
So-
a big deal, making sure the truck fits in the garage, you know?
Right? Isn't the
Lots-
F-150 the state car of Texas?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
That and the, oh gosh, what's the electric one that Maya's dad has? I can't remember it. We see them everywhere. Really super cool cars. Looks like mine.
The Tesla.
The Tesla,
yeah.
The two, yeah, I think those are the state cars of Texas. So huge storage right out here, more storage, plenty of room to hide Christmas, hide anything you need. There's tons of room. So it doesn't just have to be hanging out in the area. You've got tons of room up there for anything you want to put away. If you want to hang bikes, if you wanted to do anything like that. This garage, I think, is bigger than my first apartment. So. Right, you're in California.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
You had that same one, didn't you? Yeah. I think mine on Nob Hill was about the same as the laundry room. It was an illegal to boot. I don't think they even knew I was there. God, I never had a fire. All right, guys, let's run upstairs. I want to go check out what we have on there because we have a second full media room. Although they didn't blacken it out. I know sometimes that creeps people out a little bit when you get into there. And they were really gracious not to do that. So it's just a complete, wonderful open space. So how's everybody getting their toenails and hair done? How are you doing yours?
Self, which has not been going well. So
I just managed to get the polish off my toes.
I haven't done that yet.
I had a whole new level of red French. That's what I was telling you guys anyway. Wasn't good. Okay, so here she is. This is this huge space. You could make this into anything. You could put a game table up here. You could put a foosball table, a pool table. I love how she has it set up that it's just an easy, comfortable space to be and to hang out. Check out the popcorn maker. How cute is that?
Love that.
How fun. But still, again, you have the taller than usual ceilings. You don't see that often. One thing I may add, if you threw a window treatment here and just did a panel in between each of these, it would give you the impression that you have one giant window.
That's a great idea.
So that's a little cheat for another time, but, but you've got plenty of room to really enjoy it and just spread out. You know, she's got kids here. You want to play. You want to just kick it and throw back and just wrestle and play. You've got all that space. It's completely awesome. Over here, she's got an additional bonus space. She's turned into a music room. Again, a gym, anything you want.
Yoga. I thought, oh, yoga. Someone could do some yoga in here.
Awesome. And now that we can have the Gen Xers are kind of in between the boomers that are coming back into the home, and then we've got the millennials that are getting out of school, or well, it's the next ones after that too, that are kind of coming back home. So you could turn this into a suite. I'd say an in-law suite, but you might not want the in-laws coming upstairs, but you could make this its own separate little place. Like all you really have to do is go downstairs to the kitchen, right?
Definitely.
And this could probably be easy converted if you want to do that. But I mean, this could be a whole thing onto itself. You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So back here, we go back into another full bath. They didn't skimp on the bathrooms, if you can tell. They also, again, keeping that train of not having builder's grade come into the picture in the less visible locations. She's got a great little game closet, linen closet right out here. And then another storage area in here.
Storage is just so key. You
right?
can't have enough storage, I feel.
Right? Like how you live. You have kids, right?
I have 3 kids and I don't have enough storage.
Right.
So
Right. Where do you put their stuff?
Yeah. Under the bed, which is not good for feng shui, I found out. So.
It's not. So look at the size of this little girl's room. It's huge. She, again, has a queen in here, could do a king easily. Could do a full-on play area, plus a desk, plus she's just got tons and tons of space to work with. And then look at the closet in this one.
Oh, yes. This one is even bigger.
Right? I dig it. Yeah. I don't think my closet's, well, my closet might be that big now. Drawback of living in a loft. You don't get a lot of things like that. So that's kind of a quick walkthrough. We'll go ahead and take our time and meander back. But some of the things that we were talking about is they put in, and if we want to run downstairs to the kitchen, so we're at the great room, we can kind of show it. They put in a security system that's wired into the commercial grade. Who did you say was making that again?
Amcrest.
Amcrest.
Yes.
And so if you all don't know about security systems, there's various different levels. And so there's certain ones that are done that you just see kind of a blur as they walk by. I want to go show you this one so you have a feel of what that is. So as we meander down the stairs, I'll also remind you, it's a smart home. What were you saying? She called from Houston and what?
Yeah, she was driving back and she wanted, it was in the summer, she wanted the house to be cool when her and the kids arrived, and she just, plugged something in on the app and the home was at 70 when they arrived.
Awesome. Yeah. So you can talk to it. You said it's virtual. You can speak to it.
Yeah, you
too,
can
right?
speak to it, and you can program which fields of lights you want on or off. if you want them all off.
How cool is
Just
that?
so many different things. The sprinkler system you can control. They have the Roomba. They can control their Roomba. It's timed on when
With
to come
the
on.
house, with
Yes.
the smart home.
Yes. So in
Really?
the middle of the night when everyone's sleeping, that's when they set Roomba to go around and clean. So
That's
it's
super
wonderful.
cool. And that's all controlled right here, right?
So that it's over. So
All
it's
the
controlled there.
time,
Sorry.
okay.
So that's the security camera. That's
Let's
the
go
viewing
look at
fields,
that.
and then yeah.
So you can see how, and you're not going to see it quite as well because we're going technology to technology. But look how cool and how clear this is. You can see there's a plant right there. Like you can see everything. You can see the detail. If I was pointed the right direction, you'd see my license plate.
Yeah.
Well, there's no license plate on the front. I don't care.
Be careful, you're gonna get a ticket. My husband gets them all the time for that.
They tried, and I was like, there's no spot for one. I am never putting it, like, keep writing me the tickets. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, my husband's like, I don't like how it looks, and then he gets the ticket for
Gets
not
the
having
ticket.
it. I'm like,
I'm going to get the ticket, and I'm completely okay with it. There literally is no place to put it on my car, so I'm okay. So that's the huge thing. So it's working off of an iPad, easily managed from your phone, managed by voice, you were saying.
yeah.
That's amazing. What are some of the other features that you see here? I know the Amenities Center hosts a pool, you have access, and I think it's only, I don't even think,
77.
yeah,
Yeah.
$700 a year.
Yeah, which is
But,
great.
Yeah, these amenities downtown
Oh.
would be 800, 1,000
Yeah.
for just your HOA. That's before your mortgage.
And Crystal Falls Golf Course was ranked the #1 scenic golf course in Texas. So
Really?
yeah, it's a beautiful course.
Wow.
It's a hard to play golf course from what I hear, but
Okay.
it's a beautiful course.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Go ahead and pan around and show
Yeah.
it as we talk about it a little bit more. I know they do have the pool. The clubhouse, are you able to host? Do they have a clubhouse?
You can host. I'm not sure if there's a fee outside of your HOA, like to reserve.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone has questions on that and they
Awesome.
ask you, I'd be happy to get all that detailed information.
Awesome.
There's a cluster mailbox.
That's a nice plus. And gated, you can
It
either
is
phone
gated.
or have a code.
Yes.
So you don't have to give your code out to the pizza guy.
Yes.
Well, they probably have them by now, but
Yeah.
but meaning you're not saying, "Hey, my friend's coming over. Here's the code." They can simply call you and dial it in.
Yeah.
And that makes all the difference. It's kind of nice not to have to give out your code. It keeps it very private and very secluded.
And for people with children, the elementary school is of close distance right there.
Is it?
You could walk if they wanted
Really?
to. Yeah.
that's awesome.
So that's a nice feature for not everyone has children, but
Right.
if they did, and that's important to be
Right.
close to the school. I think.
When Leander ISD is one of the top rated here
Yes,
in Texas.
yes.
So you can't get much better than here in Leander.
So it's Whitestone Elementary,
Okay.
Leander Middle, and Leander High School.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good schools. Very good schools. Yeah, great ratings. So yeah, we can brag on that a little bit.
Yeah.
I also like, because I'm a cook, like I was saying, and so I went straight for the kitchen.
Yeah.
Randall's is not 2 minutes up the
Oh,
street.
yeah.
I mean, it's literally right around the corner. And right across the street is Sky Asian Fusion. And really, really, really good food. And there's Guaco Taco right there too.
Oh, I wanted to try that.
It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's good.
And then there's Brooklyn Heights Pizza, which I've had. It's
yeah.
really good. They have really good pizza and wings.
They do wood fired too, don't they?
I believe so. Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good pizza. Really good pizza. So feel free to show off this dining
Yeah.
room again. Anyone have any questions as we're talking about all this and going through it? Any thoughts or suggestions?
People are saying nice, and Michael Meckler, hi Mike. He's making some great
there.
comments about how
Meckler-
nice everything is.
Mick finally joined us. Mick never joined us.
Oh no, he's been here from the start.
Awesome.
Marcy Salmon says nice.
Awesome.
Jenna's on. I think Jenna's still on.
Awesome. Miss Jenna's great. So I'm going to point out over here another little detail. They brought the limestone in, and if you know Texas homes very well, they do a lot of indoor limestone. This house stepped away from that to keep it a little more traditional, or a little more contemporary. And so they only did just this hint, so that it only was just a quick ode to Texas and didn't kind of overwhelm the house as so often the limestone could. I love how they kept the hearth off. Without the hearth, it just opens it up and again brings that modern feel. Yeah, doesn't it? Being gas, you may be able to even mount the TV, though I wouldn't want to do that with the mantle there because it would be a little high. But you could if you wanted to do that. But the way they set it up, the two focal points work perfectly in this space. So oftentimes when you're in a Texas space, the where your electronics go are often in opposition of where your fireplace goes. So you end up with two focal points in a space, and it makes it very difficult to then design around it. But this one, because they put the thought in, the focal points are right here, so it makes sense that the fireplace comes into the space to warm it, as well as you still have your entertainment area here. So just little details that are, you may not notice. So I wanted to point those out. There was a couple other things you had mentioned about this house. Is that?
Oh, I'm trying to, I mean, there's just so many. I know, I'm like, it's just all, you know, the wood beams. I even love the lighting fixtures. I think, you know, they're not too modern, not too traditional. It's that nice transitional. Yeah.
And she kept them, again, with the symmetry throughout the house, though she made sure they were different. This one's going to be different than the chandelier in the entryway. Also different to the chandelier above the dining room. But they all flow together. Yeah, there's this, they speak to each other.
It's like what you said earlier. It's, you know, there's a consistency almost in even throughout the rooms and the flow of the house.
Very much so.
You know?
Very much so. And if you wanted to give really big accent to these high ceilings, it would be really easy to take these window treatments and just take them up to the ceiling, drop them about 1 inch, and then take them all the way to the floor. And that's going to give you, it's really, like right now it's so warm and inviting, it just kind of flows with you. But if you take them up to that length, it's going to give that wow factor. That
great idea.
Wow, these are huge windows. And you'd have to tailor that a little bit over here just because you don't want to take away from the beauty of the beams.
So how much higher would you go up in between the beams and the...
I'd probably drop them about 2 to 4 inches above.
Okay. And
So
that's easy, right? I mean, that's an easy fix.
It's not, and it's not even a fix. It's just a design choice because these look fabulous. But it's really easy to make statements with window treatments. Another thing that could be really easy to do is here over in this living room. You don't see them a lot, but up here in Crystal Falls, in Georgetown and kind of in that area, you'll see some design work where they do these small windows. And a great way to work with those is to put a shelf similar to this, similar to your mantle, and take it across.
Ooh,
and take it all the way across. And then in between, you can do 1 or 2 photos and maybe just a small little vase or something. And you just can go in between. Now you get it and it becomes an accent again, like the jewelry on the little black dress.
Yes.
So a really easy thing to do to give it a pop. You wouldn't want to put too much on there because again, you just want it to be about the light and to be about being interesting. And I mean, that could be an inexpensive IKEA piece. So, because IKEA makes a thin floating wall shelf that it's probably $50 if that would go across there probably pretty readily. Great. You may have to do 2 of them side by side, but that's an easy thing to give a lot of personality without a lot of money.
Okay, great.
So rule of thumb of that, she's put some beautiful pieces in here, and she's put the pieces in the right places. So you want to spend a little money on your rugs. Your rugs, if you buy a good rug, they're going to last you forever. I like the fact that she's got it's a beautiful either silk or viscose. It may be viscose. There's 2 rules of thumb on that. So if you have kids, buy inexpensive pieces that you can throw away and it won't break your heart, or buy the really good ones that you're going to have for a lifetime and you can just keep cleaning over and over and over again and you'll hand them down to your kids. So there are a couple rules of thumb on that. And again, as you see in this space, you still have plenty enough to do. You could do a great little bench over here. Over on this wall underneath that piece of art.
Definitely.
And a couple pillows on there. That'll give you 2 more seats. You could do a poof, or you could do square padded squares on either end of that console to give you 2 more seats.
Oh,
You could easily do a chair right here, just one, or flip them, do the chair over there, do the bench right here. And so then you'd have 2 more seats. So now you're up to the 3 here, 5, or I'm going to call that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have seating for 8 right here. Plus right here you could do 2 little chairs. It wouldn't have to be huge right here and here. And a little table in between it. It could be a little card table. It's a place you sit and watch the world go by. You just get to enjoy some space. And so you've now got 10. So you're seating 10 here and no one's even noticing that. It's just furniture. It's just comfortable. And from there, then you've got the 5 you've got over here. So now you're up to 15. with, again, not feeling a thing. If you didn't want to impede the view, you could do saddle stools that you just simply push in. You could still do back. If you want the comfort, you could do back. You could bring the same feel of the linen over here to do the linen and the lace, or the leather and the lace, if you will, which is the soft and the hard. It's a juxtaposition that creates a really warm, inviting atmosphere that makes your eye really comfortable with it. So you've got 5 there for 15, and you've got another 6 to 8 over here for 21. You now have 21 people sitting here, and 1 or 2 people entertaining, and no one's in the weather. I mean, that's how palatial this house is, but it still feels so warm and inviting. You don't feel lost in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Not at all.
It's just comfortable and easy and airy and beautiful. No, there's a ton to do. I love the simplicity in her design. I think it's so classy.
Oh, it is.
It just works so well in this house.
But it's just so inviting where you don't feel that you can't sit on something or, you know, like you're worried you're going to, you know, mess something up if you know, sit there. Or...
It's so true. What I'm impressed by the way, is this hood, and I'm going to bring attention back over to it. Excuse me. Just because it's lighted, but it also, that's full on, like as high as it goes, and listen to how quiet it is. And it's vented to the outside, so you're not going to have the smoke. I don't know about you, but when I make bacon in the cast iron, or if I'm trying to do balsamic, like a balsamic reduction, my house, or I'm burning roasted red peppers. Do you ever make a roasted
Yeah, oh yeah. I
have
to open my windows because my vent does not work well.
Mine doesn't vent to the outside. I don't know exactly why it's there, other than to just look cute. But it's nice to see a hood that's actually vented out. Because knock on wood, I've only set off the alarm once in my house. But
I love the wood detail where it changes it up, you know. Yeah. So it's the mixture of all the different finishes that really make the house a standout.
It's so true. Absolutely so true. And this is available for when? I mean, when is the...
closing and funding. I mean, even,
30 to 45 days. Well, we're talking about that. Let's get on that right now. What are you seeing as your trend with financing right now?
You know, I'm seeing a couple different things, but I know that a lot of the lenders that are reaching out are saying, you know, as long as someone's credit's good and they're qualified, they can still move forward. I know with some other types of government funding loans, those have been a little bit trickier, but you know, conventional, what I'm hearing, as long as your credit's still up there, you're good, you know, and your job's secure, it's fine, you know.
So too. And I mean, this would be, I guess, considered a jumbo, but there's easy workworkarounds from that, is what I've been hearing. Because I know the jumbos have gotten a little tighter, right?
They have, and the rate went up a little bit.
It's still under 5%. But my first house was 8. I had to do 3 refinancing before I even got it under 5.
Well, then our parents, you know, when they were buying houses, it was like 20% or something, and they had to have 20% down as well for down payment, but the rate was just crazy, like 19 to 21%.
Right?
So,
like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like not even a thing. I can't even talk to you about 3.5%.
But we all know great lenders too, so if anyone has questions, you know, they can reach out to you, and you know.
It's so so much easier now. But it was because I'm in the process of working with a client that's in a jumbo right now, and I was just talking to one of our lenders the other day, and he was saying what we'll do is we'll do the base on one so that we get the lower interest rate, and then we'll just do a second mortgage so that we can pay off real quick.
Okay.
So wonderful workarounds. Like they're smart. That's really, that in the commercial market really is all that's changed too much. I mean, my experience is the general market, the 200 to 400 range, what we're seeing everybody in, has kind of stayed the same, but it's gone off the charts with refis, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So COVID I think has done a little bit, but not. I think it's really
Austin. I feel has been pretty okay. You know, we've been pretty good on things.
I think it's a great time to get in the market, though. It's continuing. How many are coming to town now? 111 a day.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy, and it's us Californians.
I know. Us Californians.
We're at least going to teach you to drive, Austin. I tell you, we are. We're coming in numbers. So let's walk one more time through it. It's 2216 Quarry Loop. We're up here in Fairway, the Fairways at Cedar.
At Crystal Falls. Yeah.
And it is a gated community, gated golf course community. This is a 4-4, 3,371 square feet, located in the heart of just gorgeous hill country. And so that's a little bit over it. We're looking at 612.5 for this house, and which is really doable. I can't say, we just mentioned that house down in 04, and it is 1344 and isn't this big. I mean, it's a big house, but it's not. It's probably 1,000 square feet smaller, and it has a 2-car garage, which is amazing because you usually don't get any garage
Down there, yeah.
So imagine what this would cost us if we had this in 04.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Is a half-hour commute worth this?
Yeah. Or like my friends from California, when they see these houses, they're like, do you know what that would cost in California? You know?
Right. You and I can catch a house like this in California. Not a chance. No. Actually, my condo was more than this in California. In 2000, it was 1,400 square feet. Like, yeah, this is a deal. So all my friends in California right now, that's the whole deal, is this house. It's gorgeous. So poke your head out again, because I'm going to get out of the way and let you tour this house. Gas all around.
Built in,
definitely, 4-point security system, all hardwired for being a smart home that's voice operable, has an app. Huge backyard. I'm going to touch bases again. This is a privately held lot right behind it where all of these really great wildflowers are. If it has been said that if they build on it, they're going to build to the left so they don't impede that view. But if you notice, your neighbors on either side really aren't visible to you, your immediate neighbors. You're doing a great job in how they're setting up these lots so that you feel like it's your own home as opposed to living in a community stacked on top of each other.
Imagine a sunset from this patio.
Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be beautiful? We should stay a little late. I have to go show a house.
Yeah.
Like we're going to stay and watch it. I could use a good sunset. All right, so let's meander back in and we'll walk the house. Room by room.
So we'll go to the master. Yeah, master's off the kitchen.
I'm going to lock up behind us right now.
Perfect.
As I mentioned before, I'm going to point out those banded shades. Hunter Douglas has been making those for a while. They are a very, very, very expensive treatment. It absolutely gives you privacy and keeps everything opaque at the same time. And so you get plenty of light, which is the beauty of something like that. I think it just plays beautifully with this house. It gives it character.
And also we can see out, but people cannot see in. So yeah, the privacy is just great.
So I'm going to point it again. She's got a queen in here. So I'm going to because marriages last longer in a queen.
I think they'd last longer in a bigger bed, though. Yeah, get some personal space.
My friend said it's because you're supposed to cuddle with your partners.
Not when they're snoring.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I still haven't choked mine out, but...
Uh-oh, he's watching now. He just popped out.
He knows. He knows. So plenty of room for a 6-drawer, 8-drawer. Over here on the other side, you've got plenty of room for a high boy. You could do a high boy plus a jewelry. You don't see those as much anymore. But you do have space for that. Tons of room for art, obviously. Back into the master bath. The soaking tub. Y'all know how I love tubs.
I love tubs. A lot of people don't, and I love them. I love them.
This one's so big and so elegant. I show tubs periodically, and I bring my husband with me, and you'll find him in them as I get into bathrooms, which is totally terrifying and traumatizing.
But we do the shower.
Yeah, it's great. Look at that. They've just done a great job. I love how they vertically stacked the tiles. They still offset or set it, but they did it on a vertical to give it something interesting.
And I love that we went all the way up to the ceiling with the tile.
Yeah, gave it some class. And then the hex penny tiles on the floor, that each one's different. How cool is that? They're playing to the Moroccan feel without going way over the top. They're still keeping that monochromatic warmth that she's brought throughout this whole house. Water closet, great, great space for clothes. Like I said, there's room for another bar up above that. Tons of storage in there. And the actual his and hers sinks that are separate. So he can't put his stuff on your side. or you can't put your stuff on his. Let's keep wandering out. We've got so much space in this house. I love, love, love how she's done just the accents and kept the continuity. That's what lets your eye land and have a ton of peace as you're walking through it. The gorgeous, gorgeous great room. Kitchen is not huge, but it's set up with so much functionality. As we were saying earlier, she's just gone and done little details that gives it more functionality, so you can just get a lot more going. The double ovens, as I mentioned earlier, this is actually a microwave as well, but it is a convection oven, and she did use it for Thanksgiving. And so you don't have, like I was saying, in my house in San Francisco, I had oven, and then microwave, convection oven, microwave, which was great for Thanksgiving, but then I had all those three pieces. This is so pretty that it's just elegant in one little location. I think it's cool. All right,
let's keep going.
Cool. We check out the pantry again?
Yes.
Oh. You know, there's KitchenAid appliances in here, and I know some people go, that's an old name. It's actually next to a Viking or a Wolf or things like that, and Miele that cost, normally.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
KitchenAid's one of the top manufacturers on the market. So it's a really nice, it's actually a really good product line that has a very nice reputation. So I am impressed. We just passed by that coffee bar. Could be a wine bar. In mine it would just be a bar. We know this. I'm not even gonna lie. Little girl's room with an ensuite. How great is that? Can grow up with everything. Again, those low flow toilets that you can choose which flush you need and how much water you need. Is that the husband saying something?
No, it was someone else.
Just randomly. Sorry guys, people are saying hi. So another walk-in closet. She's put those in every single room of the house. And again, we're in 2216 Quarry Loop up in Leander. In a 4.4, 3,371 square feet for
612.5. Yes,
Yep.
perfect.
Yep. Huge. One of my favorite laundry rooms today, I have to admit. And so quiet. So quiet. Little mudroom and 3-car garage. I'm sorry, I can get out of your way.
Fine.
So nice. Look how much space y'all have. I mean, this is huge, and it did windows in it. You don't see windows out here very often. Like, people forget the garage can be an entertainment space too. I mean, you can park out here so easy. Great big giant storage unit. And still room if you wanted to do custom cabinetry.
Oh yes, for sure.
No, you fit a second storage out here. Yeah, you have more than enough space to really spend some time and make this whatever you want. I mean, you could fit, even my friend Bonnie, you could fit her Halloween stuff, which is about 15 of these.
Oh my god.
She has a picture. Halloween, Christmas.
Yeah, I've seen Christmas tree closets is also becoming a big thing
Right?
in houses, or a Christmas room for wrapping paper and, all your decorations.
So cool. I need one of those. I'm going to let you keep walking.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'm just going to shut this right behind us and shut off the light.
All right. Nice herringbone detail. Just love those
I'm chasing
accents.
it. Are we talking about that gorgeous
Yeah,
study?
I just love, what details right there. I just love it.
So pretty. This is a huge den. I mean, you could obviously make this a game room. You could make it a library. I love the beams on the ceilings because you could so easily do a library wall on either side and still have plenty of room. So you could do a library wall with a staircase across it, a sliding ladder.
Yeah, oh yes.
And you can do that out of both sides and still have plenty of room. And so you can make this really a gentleman's study if you wanted it to be.
Well, and I love how the wood floors are in here, and it's not, it's not the tile in there, so they just, separated the room and still had it consistent in a way.
Gave it that elegance that you're talking about. Absolutely. I love it. All right. We have our first little girl's room. This one doesn't have an ensuite, but it's so close to the bath.
Yeah, so close.
I mean, it's literally right here. Again, with the closets. Another pantry over here.
Get the closet.
You've got coat closets in here yet again. Full bath, low flow toilets, just so nice. Look at the height on these ceilings.
That, and I love the details around the door at the top right there. They have, extra little details like that.
It just stands out, you don't see it. And I'm going to point that out again, how we go from tile to wood as we did in the den, just to give it an elegance. And then it rolls over to the carpet. I think that's so cool. And now we're going to visit that bonus room.
Second living area.
You want. I like that she pulled the flecks of the silver and the taupe into the carpentry.
Yes.
Because it plays to all the colors. It ties them all together. That's what gives this home such a warmth about it. Such an appeal. Great amenities on site. I'm going to mention again, $77 a month for the HOA.
So good.
That's unheard of for a pool.
There's parks, there's hiking, there's biking, there's
golf.
Trails, yeah.
Crazy. Now this could be closed in to be any number of things as well. You could make this a little man cave. All it takes is a sliding door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You just need to throw a barn door in. You have a man
perfect.
cave and get rid of him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just in case. And a barn door would play to this really well because it would play to the coolness of the house. And
yeah.
And it could just stack back right here. You could do a pocket door as well. So there you go. Just, not that we're ever trying to get rid of them.
Never. Yeah. And they're never trying to get rid of us, right?
Never. No. So again, I think you mentioned earlier, I think it was a great idea to say this would be a great in-law.
Yeah.
I don't know if, if your folks are wanting to come upstairs, as we're seeing, our Gen X is being bookended.
Yeah.
We've got our kids coming out of school that want to come stay with us, and then we have our parents coming back, and it's time for us to care for them, which is really common. I know I took care of my mother before she passed. She lived with me, but this could be their own little world.
Oh yeah.
Other than a kitchen, that's it. There's really no reason to come downstairs.
Or out of town guests that are staying, that kind of want their own space,
right.
And they have their wing up here, and not everyone's on top of each other.
Exactly.
Makes things more pleasant sometimes.
Yeah, you don't have to use the fish rule. The fish
yes.
About in 3 days.
Yes.
Yeah, with this you don't have to care. So huge suite for the other little girl. I love her little taste, the turquoise.
Oh, everything's just so cute.
Precious. I love the century mod desk.
But then I love how she also mixes, some pieces that, little,
yeah. Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
Great walk-in closet.
It's huge for a little girl.
Oh yeah.
When she hits teenage, she would be so thrilled to have that space.
I'd be thrilled right now to have that.
Right.
Space.
Right. I have one about that size, but my husband has 2/3 of it.
Okay.
So. Why he has more clothes than he ever dresses, I don't know, but he does. It's just the way they work out. So tons of storage, we'll point out yet again. We've got this great space for games. Anything you want, you can have some fun. This could be, you were talking about your Christmas.
Yeah,
you could set this up as your craft room behind us.
Oh yeah.
Again, putting that barn door on there, and then have all your crafts in here. Such great space. Well, 3,371 square feet, right?
Yes.
I mean, you've got tons of space. It doesn't feel like you're getting lost in a house, meaning it feels like you're in a home.
Exactly.
To me, you agree?
I agree.
Like if you set your keys down, you're not gonna have to fight to find them. But it is actually, if you think about it, 3,300 square feet, almost 3,400 square feet is a huge house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it doesn't feel that overwhelming.
The flow is so good as well. You know, it's just such a great layout. I feel.
It is. Well, let's go downstairs. Does anyone have any questions? I'll go ahead and let you leave, and we'll just show off the house as we go back down. Anything you think we forgot or we should mention?
I think we covered pretty much everything, all the details.
All right.
What do you think before we
wrap
it up?
We'll probably wrap it up and point out that we're a couple folks from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Texas Realty. I'm Carrie Woods on the Perry Henderson team, and Miss Emily is part of our brokerage, and this is her home that not her home personally, but her home that she's responsible for marketing and is taking such great care of her clients. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me or Emily Willis, either one, and we'll be happy to take care of you. Thanks so much.
Thank you all so much.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.